What's up, guys? It's Alphalab3d, and I am here to kind of discuss a couple of things. This is one of my first actual full long-form videos. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Once again, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell for all my future videos. Comment in the comment section below. Let me know what videos you want to see in the future, kind of some questions you might have. I also will discuss briefly my kind of what I'm doing now with my business and kind of where I'm headed. And on next video, I'll go over just some of the things I'm doing, actual products I'm posting, where I'm posting, how I'm going about selling, how I market my stuff, so on and so forth. So that's going to be the next video. But this video right now is just talking about the printer that I currently have. So the printer I currently have is the Anycubi Kobra X. So there's a couple of reasons why I went with the Kobra X, okay? So there's a couple of people that would disagree with me. There's a couple of guys I had a conversation with on Reddit. We were chatting back and forth. And so Anycubi has had a history of printing and abandoning, okay? Making and abandoning. So what that means is they would make a printer. It would be out for a year and a half, 2 years. All support would go away, and then they would make a newer version, right? So Anycubi has been known for that. However, with the Kobra X, what's changed is that the Kobra X is actually getting constant support, is getting updates, is getting regular, changes, and Anycubi is listening to their fan base, okay? The very first printer I started with was the Prusa i3 MK3. I'll be honest, I was very shocked and surprised at, how relatively easy it was. It's a very basic printer. It's got a very small bed. Not a whole lot you can print on it, just small objects, small little functional parts, possibly this and that. Very slow, doesn't print very fast. It's like 150 to 200 millimeters a second. Like, that's very, very slow. I mean, it can't even go anything above 250, I think, is the max. So it's frustrating. It was a little frustrating trying to get all the prints out and trying to get everything out. But it's a learning curve, right? We're all learning on these printers and whatnot, but it's a little bit different than Anycubi. So I just wanted to kind of talk about one thing specifically, is that so a lot of people say that the Anycubi Kobra X is an A1 clone. Here's where I disagree, and this is the reason why I disagree. So my biggest thing is going to be, the reason why I disagree is that three main reasons. Okay, so reason one, it's a completely different technology, right? So the Ace Gen print head is essentially a single head extruder that can feed 4 lines at the same time, or they can have 4 different lines going in to the same print head, and it uses that print head to switch filament as the print goes, as the print continues. So the benefit of that is a couple of things. So one is faster filament switch. So because of their nozzle, where the cutter being 33 millimeters above the nozzle, that gives them an advantage in how fast the filament switches and how fast the cutting, the extruding, the purging, everything is faster, right? Where on a normal setup, it's about a 65 to 69 millimeters. So it's a significant difference in, chain in how high the filament is cut in the extruder. So that's what one of the main things that they're doing. Two is that they have a gear system, which essentially how that works is that the gears kind of pinch that filament, they feed it through, and it's a lot smoother process, and it kind of turns into the extruder. So it's less jams, less clogs in the film in the extruder. So it's very clean and very easy to maintain. So where A1 doesn't have that, right? A1 is not the same setup. So number two is, I like the way that they have the belts, the way that they set up everything, the gantry, the rods on the side, the Z-axis and the Y-axis. The way they have everything set up is very clean. It's very easy. It is not hard to get to any of the parts. They've kept that in mind as far as maintenance goes and as far as all these different things. So some of the things I kind of wanted to address too with that is, so first off, it does have a double-sided print bed. Okay, print plate. So you can, flip it over. If one side gets to the point where it's not sticking anymore, you can flip it over. You can just sit on the other side. So the third thing that I think separates Anycubi from everybody else is the leveling technology. I think for Anycubi is a lot better. So the leveling technology for Anycubi is significantly better than most others. it is a one of those things where it essentially it memorizes, just like, I mean, it does memorize like everybody else, right? But it does a better job of understanding differences and discrepancies in the height or the dimensions of the print bed. So it's more consistent across the board, right? When it comes to your print quality and things like that. So that's what I love about Anycubi. Also, their stuff came quick. You know, when I ordered that came within 3 days, right? That thing was on my front steps on 3 days. It was easy to, you know, everything was easy to put together. Learning curve is not that big. The only downside of that printer that really kind of frustrated me a little bit was the way the way that they orient the screen, right? The screen is very close to the print bed, so when the print plate slides back and forth, it's very close to the screen, so it could potentially damage the screen as it slides back and forth. So what I did is I found a print guard. I found a screen guard that you can print day one. You can throw it on there, and it will protect your screen. It'll keep it from getting damaged by that. So that's an easy solution. It's very simple. Not a whole lot of stuff going on. So it's very simple. So real quick, so this is a PET G piece that I printed with the Kobra X. I mean, I didn't do any post-processing on it. I just kind of printed it, took it off, took all the, you know, took all the material off of it, supports, things like that, took everything off. And I think this is very clean. Like, this came out extremely clean. Like, there's really no crazy, you know, any kind of deformities or any kind of, you know, issues with this piece, right? This is a pretty clean part. And this I printed with the Elite PET G from Sunlu, which was really, really nice. It's really good quality stuff. I really, really like it. And, you know, and this right here, so this was a part that I printed with a Elegoo PLA. It's black. I love Elegoo, by the way. I love their filament. Polymaker's okay. I've used some of their stuff, but Elegoo's been fantastic. It's printed great. I've never had a single problem with Elegoo as far as, so that's one of the things I wanted to kind of discuss that too, is just some of the filaments I've been using and some of the other things I've been using. But anyway, we're going to get that in this video. I'll touch on that a little bit, but here's the part, right? So it's pretty simple, I mean, it's got, you can see it's very well made. It doesn't have too many, you know, artifact issues. Very smooth on the side. Like, I mean, this printer prints great. I mean, like, there's really no issues with this thing, right? And if you guys are wondering what this is, okay, so this is actually, so it goes in your fingers like this, right? So it's a phone holder, right? So you slide your phone in here, okay? And it's on my Etsy page, by the way. But in case you have big fingers or wide fingers like mine, you basically can put it in here and you hold your phone, and it's easier to get to all the buttons and everything like that as you're typing if you don't have a case. So I do want to modify this at some point to widen this hook so you can put a phone with a full case on it. Right now, the case that I currently have doesn't fit on this thing, but I mean, if you have a smaller case or maybe a thinner case, you may be able to fit it on here. But this is what this is for, is to be able to hold your phone and be able to type a little bit easier without having to kind of, like, you know, stretch your finger and do all that weird stuff. But anyway, but yeah, but that's kind of where, you know, the print quality. So one of the things I wanted to kind of discuss too is so it also prints about 3 times faster than the A1. So when I compare, just you know, doing my research, I don't have an A1, but, you know, just doing some research online and just looking at people have had A1s or have A1s and have bought the Anycubic, and they wanted to kind of compare the difference in speed and print quality. They have literally said that it is one of those, it's not even close. Okay. There's prints that are significantly different in time frame. So there were multicolored prints that some of them took 15 hours on the A1 and they took 8 hours on the, you know, or 9 hours on the, you know, the Anycubi Kobra X. So it's a significant difference in quality and quantity, and, you know, how fast it prints, how you know, great it prints, extrusion, all that stuff. It's a night and day difference. So for $300, this is a great investment for brand new print owners, people that are just getting to 3D printing. It's great. It is fantastic. It's phenomenal. And the great thing about this, okay, that it comes with a hardened steel nozzle. So one of the things I wanted to kind of show you guys real quick is it does come with a hardened steel nozzle. So the hardened steel nozzles, I'm going to take you guys with me real quick, and I'll show you. I'm going to grab this little container that I have here with all my Anycubi parts. Okay. So take you guys with me. Let's come back here where we were at. Okay. So day one, by the way, so they do have these kits that come with the little rubber wiper that you can buy. This is fantastic, right? This is like genius, dude. Making this, like sending this brush with everything is genius. Okay. So also, there is a kit online. So having a hardened steel nozzle, that helps with temperature regulation and helps with higher temperature. So if you want to print ABS, you want to print any kind of industrial filaments they require high heat, that is the great thing to have, is a hardened steel nozzle. So these are the little socks that come with the nozzles that I ordered. So this is one of the nozzles that I ordered. It's a 4mm. It's just your standard size nozzle for Anycubi. Okay, this is not an OEM nozzle. This is a nozzle I ordered from Amazon, and I can put the link down below. It is a great kit. Everybody that has gotten this has said it's better than the OEM version. So this is great. And then also, there's another magnet. And so Anycubi gives you some of this lithium, lubricant, some of the lubricant for the rods and things, and they give you a magnet and they give you a bunch of other stuff. Okay. So it's awesome. It's fantastic. And what I did is I actually printed a case that holds all of my stuff in it, right? So this is kind of like all of my wrenches, everything for Anycubi and for the printer. And I printed this box, okay? And I think I'm going to take the socks out because the socks don't fit in here. They kind of make this thing a lot harder to close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these socks out. Yep, there you go, perfect. And now I can close this. Okay, so this is what I've printed. Okay, this is the Kobra X box that I printed day one. It's got 2 layers. It's got 2 different things in here. There are a couple of different items that you can stick in here and that they are designed for. And I'm going to tell you, this is a phenomenal kit, man. Phenomenal kit. Like you can't get any better than that. Like this printed really well. It's a great quality, box. It's got everything I need in here, all the tools, everything I need in that box. So those are just some of the things that I've noticed over Anycubi, and also their support has been great. A lot of people have said that their support is horrible. They suck. That's completely false. I've gotten replies within a day, not even a day, maybe even less than that. I've gotten some were within a couple hours. Really depends on the issue. Now, another cool thing I really like about them is the RFID reader on the printer. So the RFID reader. So if you guys notice, I'm printing something right now, but I'll show you guys as well. So right on the printer, there's an RFID tag reader, right here, right there. So all you have to do is scan the filament right there, and it will go ahead and here's my soap dish right here for my shower printing right now. So show you guys a little bit. Oh, and I wanted to kind of show you guys something a little bit bigger too. So real quick, it is 2 other things I wanted to show you guys while that's printing. So this is a bracket, right? So I printed this with the Elite PEG, okay? I wanted to kind of show you guys what the difference is. And let me cut this light on. Maybe that'll help a little bit with there we go. Okay, so there's the sides, there's how clean this looks, right? This looks really clean. It's really nice printed. So this is a bracket for my filament, and I have one over there. I have to actually finish it. I have to get more PEG, but I do have to finish it. I did want to mention a couple other things too. So I did pick up some filament from Hobby Lobby. Okay, this is a benchy that was printed with Hobby Lobby filament. Okay, look at how clean this thing looks, man. Like, dude, it is ridiculous. Like, it is ridiculously clean, right? Hobby Lobby filament is, you dry it, you get it out of the box, you dry it, and you keep it dry. You keep some desiccant in a bin, and you throw your filament in there, or you get some multiple dryers. So actually, I'm going to actually make a video talking about a dryer that I have. The system that I've kind of made myself, which I think is really cool, that can maybe help other people save a little bit of money. But it's great quality. There's virtually no layer lines on this thing. I mean, there's no stringing. It's the geometry is just on point. I mean, it's phenomenal, just all the way around. Yeah, that's so. If you want to do filament, like if you want to get filament that's local and you are not willing to wait, or you don't want to wait on Amazon, you don't want to order from Amazon, go to Hobby Lobby. Okay, so Hobby Lobby. The only thing I don't like about Hobby Lobby is their spools have so their spools come in a roll that has a plastic spool. It's wound in a plastic spool. Okay, and what I mean by that is plastic spool is this is what it looks like. Okay, so this is Hobby Lobby filament. Okay, so it comes with a plastic spool like this. Does have just green PLA. It's your PLA. I'm not sure if this is basic PLA or just regular PLA, but it doesn't really say on here. So it's kind of like, you know, I'm not a big fan of these spools because they're not reusable. So I love these spools that you get from Sunlu because they are reusable. You can just rewind another spool on there, and that's that, you know. But yes, they have really good quality stuff. It is very well made, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Polymaker or Elegoo makes the filament for Hobby Lobby. So I think it's all the same stuff, if I'm not mistaken. I believe all that stuff is the same. I think all that stuff is made by the same manufacturer. So if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, you know, definitely for sure. But yeah, that's just some of the things I want to talk about. Oh, also for my business. I did subscribe to a website that does give you commercial licenses to stuff to sell on Etsy and, you know, eBay and other places. So I will go over that at some point soon. But yeah, definitely check out my channel. Go check out my Instagram, my TikTok. I will be posting all those at the bottom. You can look at all my social media. And then also next video I'll be talking about, so there's going to be 4 upcoming videos actually. So next video we'll be talking about my actual business, why I started it, what I'm doing with it, kind of where I'm headed, what my plan is, what my goal is with it, and kind of, you know, what I've been doing so far and what's been working, what hasn't been working. Second video is going to talk about my expectation of this year, kind of where I'm headed this year, what my expectation is and where I'm looking to be. I'm looking to do the 3D printing full time at some point as far as a business and venture. You know, hopefully I won't have to work. I'll just be able to do that full time. So, you know, God willing, I know God's going to bless me with that. So glory to him, because everything I do is for his name and his glory. So, but anyway, and then the third video will be just doing some filament comparisons between, you know, Elegoo, Polymaker, some of the big names out there, Overture, some other, you know, some brands of filament that are out there. And then also I'm going to make a video just on maintenance, what to do with the printer, how to do things, you know, where to go for certain stuff. It's essentially just a small, like, tidbit about, hey, this is how we're going to do things. This is how you need to work on your printer. This is what you need to do maintenance wise. This is how often you need to change this. These are all just small little tidbits about how to help people out. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help people out, give people some more knowledge. Hopefully this video helps somebody and kind of helps them understand the difference in the Anycubic and A1, just the basic differences. I didn't go into too much detail. If you want me to make a video about more detail, I can definitely do that. And also I will be making videos about designing in Fusion 360, just some of the things I've made and some of the things that I've kind of come up with on my own. So yeah, I will be making those videos here soon. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, for subscribing. Hit the notification bell one more time. Comment in the comment section below, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.